the club. Like,
That's
it's crazy to me how like one thing
But
about
if
your
women
guys'
have-
answers that I've noticed is like toxic, controlling, calling me or whatever there may be. Like, women got to understand that if you're going to be in a relationship with a man and that man has any set of balls or a backbone, he's going to have standards and regulations and boundaries. So if you want to behave like you're single, then be single. But it's very disrespectful to the man that you behave like you're single when you have a man. Going to the club, dressing provocatively on the internet, dressing provocatively when he's not there, wanting to go out in social situations, drinking with other people that isn't him. Like, I find it crazy how girls want to be able to have a man at home, but be able to reserve the right to still do all the things that make them look like they're single.
But what if
Miami.
I'm not doing that and he's doing that then? Like,
Men and women aren't the same. Too bad.
but like, what do you mean?
Too bad.
That makes no
Like,
sense.
yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't.
Because,
So you have the
look,
Oh, freedom and we don't.
Yeah, Myron.
Yeah.
Because like, what?
So what made you fall in love with me in the first place? If like,
By you not being a whore.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Like men and women are not the same. Like, a guy that can attract a bunch of chicks or a dude that fucks a bunch of girls is attractive. A girl that fucks a bunch of dudes or puts herself out there for a bunch of dudes is not attractive.
Can I ask
It's
a
not
question?
the same at all.
I
Like, if
agree.
I go
I
into
agree.
when you go to a nightclub, right? Or you go to a VIP section, it's a higher status men with a bunch of bitches.
Mhm.
You are never going to go into a VIP section and see chicks with a bunch of dudes. It doesn't work the other way
Mhm.
around. Women love men that have other women, and it honestly keeps y'all in check. So it's a good thing. But when you have a bunch of dudes, it's unattractive. I don't know why women don't understand. You guys only like the double standards that benefit you. Getting into nightclubs for free, getting attention, getting validation, getting, worship just
Pampered.
because you have a vagina. For men, life is much harder. So since life is much harder for us to be attracted to the opposite gender, we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor differently than you guys do. Y'all don't have to work for shit. Just go in, be hot and young, good enough. For us, we have to acquire some status, acquire some confidence, dress well,
That's
smell
true.
good, etc. You can have everything together. She's still going to reject you. This girl over here,
Yep,
right? So it's
yep.
like, as a man, we get certain privileges that y'all don't because you don't earn your value. So I don't know why women don't get this. Like,
But I was saying in a relationship though, because like, what if I'm at home and I'm not doing any of those things, and then you're out in the club and you're doing that?
okay, and
What do you mean?
what?
if I busted my ass and I got to a certain point and I'm an attractive man, right?
Why are
I
you
should
in a
be able to fuck as many
relationship?
bitches as I want.
Okay,
Not
but then
if
why
you're in a
should we put
relationship.
together?
Yeah, I think the big caveat here is these are boundaries that are like set, right? Like, obviously, if you're a dude and you're like, I'm gonna be monogamous with you, I'm never gonna cheat on you, and you do that, I don't think that's good, but I think it's okay. It's gonna be more
Established.
it's gonna be more accepted
Yeah.
for a guy who's in this position to be able to set these boundaries
Yep.
and still execute. Like, there's not gonna be any dudes who are gonna be like, okay, you can fuck as many girls as you want. That's not gonna happen.
Never, yeah.
But in reality, women with a guy who's built his life up, it can happen in practice, right?
Yep.
It can happen.
Yeah.
But
A girl will accept a man that has multiple women, but a man almost never will accept a woman that has multiple dudes.
Yep.
Unless if he does accept it, those are the guys you don't want anyway.
But can you agree? Let's say we go to a club, right? I go to a club. It's gonna be different from when you go to a club. You might get to go on a table, get free bottles, get free liquor. If I go, I gotta pay for a table.
Man,
Whole
hold on.
environment.
Let's switch it up. Hold on, no. Because women are retarded with this shit. Us going to the club are not the same. Let's say I go to the club and I got a bunch of bad bitches that are going to come up to me that are hotter than you, younger than you, thinner than you, better body than you, more money than you, and they're offering to fly me out. They're offering to give me a bottle. They're offering me a job. They're offering me certain opportunities that you'll never fucking be able to do, right? And they're going to pay me $10K. Would you let me go to the club?
Yeah.
You gonna split it?
You gonna bring the money back?
You gonna bring the money back? You gonna bring the money back?
Yeah, you're trying to be funny. No, it's all my money because my money is my money, remember?
No.
I'm the girl. Exactly. Y'all would never allow that shit, but for some odd reason, you guys want us to accept you go into a nightclub where there's going to be a bunch of thirsty dudes giving you a bunch of things, offering you a bunch of shit, guys that might have more money than me, more status than me, etc. Why the fuck am I going to go ahead and put my Rolex in the hood? That's essentially what it comes down to. You're letting your girl, right, which is a prized possession, it should be if you
Yes.
worked hard together, letting her go to a bunch of criminals or hoodlums, leaving it out there. And it could get stolen.
Are
But
we
if
talking
we
about?
flipped it around, right, I find it crazy to me how if I was going to go to the club and have the same opportunities y'all had with all the hot girls coming up to me, giving me all these opportunities, y'all would never let that shit fly. Y'all be like, fuck no, stay your ass at home. Drink some wine with your friends.
Does that mean that you would do it though?
What do you mean?
Like what is a let? Like, are we talking about somebody being uncomfortable with something, or are we talking about her literally standing in front of the door, blocking the door with her body, not letting and hiding your keys and not letting you go anywhere?
No, I'm just giving you an analogy where if the roles were flipped and I had all the opportunities in the nightclub that a woman enjoys as a man, y'all would have a serious issue with me going. But women know subconsciously when men go to the club, they have to pay their way in. It's annoying to deal with girls there. It's not as easy to pick up a chick. I got to pay to get a section versus girls get in there for free. If I had the same opportunities as a man in the nightclub that a woman did, you guys would be a lot more cautious about me going to the club.
Yeah, because
Well,
a man,
yeah,
if I roll up to the club, I'm not gonna accidentally get laid. It's not an accident, right? There's like a series of actions that have to take place. As a woman, you have guys approaching you all night. If you just are a little bit friendly, all of a sudden now maybe you're sitting next to him in a more exclusive venue, and then he's asking you to go back to his place. Like one thing leads to the next. For a guy, that all has to be like calculated maneuvers that happen.
But if it's easier for women to cheat, can't that happen anywhere?
Yeah, but at a nightclub, it's a lot more likely to happen than the grocery
It's a lot
store.
easier if you're at a club when people are very close together. You're drinking. When you're drinking,
You walk
you're
in a
not
grocery
thinking.
store,
You're doing
yeah.
drugs.
You're getting
It's
approached.
simple. You got milk, you got a table, 2 different scenarios.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, is it true that, because I get where she's going here.
Yeah.
Well, I could get hit on anywhere. If I'm wearing sweatpants, guys are going to come up to me anyway. That's true. But it's for the same reason that people want to go and move to a certain place. For example, you said you teach an hour from here, right?
Yeah.
So people obviously live in that school district, in that area, because it's probably a better school system than here in Miami, right? We have some of the worst school districts here in South
Hell
Florida.
yeah.
So they go to another location. Now, is the rate of crime and the school, shitty teachers, etc., is it still possible that you're going to get a shitty teacher where you teach?
Yeah,
of course. But the likelihood goes down because you're paying more tax dollars, you're getting better teachers. So the probability goes up that your kid's going to get a higher quality education. Same exact thing. The probability goes down when my girl doesn't go to the club, but it goes up when she goes to the club and puts herself in a certain
My girl walks
situation.
into Target. She's not going to accidentally get like picked. Maybe she gets approached by one dude or two
Yeah.
dudes. If she goes to the club and she's dressing super sexy, she's going to get approached by 50 dudes minimum that night.
It's called pretty privilege.
Yeah,
Okay,
but if
first
I'm
of all,
at
if you're
home,
dating, sorry.
oh, I'm so no. I'm
So women live life on easy mode.